First and foremost, we will begin by admitting that it's been a while. It's been a while. Lots happened. Yeah, so we got, we fell off a little bit, guys, and that is something that happens, and we're sorry.
Why did we fall off?
We are a tight-run little family team here, and we only have 24 hours in a day, and a lot of times...
And 18 of that is dedicated to Call of Duty.
And yeah, there's a certain amount of Call of Duty responsibilities that needs to happen, and then at the end you're like, oh shit, I only have 2 hours left to work. Am I going to work on this or that? And that makes it sound worse, because that makes it sound like we don't prioritize you. And we do. As you can see, we're in a new location. Look how nice this is. This is actually my new home, because since we last did this, I did have a relocation. And this is very nice. I have a patio now. I didn't have a patio before, so I hope to do more of these out here. This is where I had therapy this morning out here. I do my journaling. I do my reading. I do my coffee stuff. One time my cat got out and he got under the deck, and that was a big thing. Yeah, I had a bit of a personal sad situation with previous living situation, and I did this whole relocation, and kind of, it was a bit fight or flight driven, but as a result, it was one of the most ridiculous 2 months of my life. I exited my apartment. I moved all of my stuff into Noble Steed here's home, his garage, and I lived in there for a few days, but his old roommate's cat and my cat didn't get along, so then I ended up moving into another friend's apartment downtown who happened to be out of town for a few weeks. So I lived there for a month, and then ended up finding this place with my new friend, Jason. Well, he's been my friend, but my new roommate friend. The person whose apartment downtown it was is someone that we are friends, and I didn't really know. It was a bit of a Hail Mary of it was a really tough time, to be totally transparent. It was very hard. I wasn't totally thinking clearly on every aspect. I was a bit scrambling a lot to just get my own sort of stability. And he was someone that I was talking to a little bit at the time, in a flirtatious way too, whatever. But, and I asked him, because all of a sudden I realized he said he was out of town for 6 weeks, and I'd only hung out with this person a handful of times. And then I said, hey, this is a bit of a weird request, but do you have anyone would it be possible for me to stay in your apartment while you're gone? And I fully expected him to say no. And then he was like, oh no, that's totally fine. You can stay there. Here's my mom's number. And I picked up the key from his mom, and I stayed there. And it was actually a nice, it was a very trusting thing for him to do that. And I was very touched by that, because I think, we don't think that humans trust each other like that. And it was almost like a real life Room Raiders, because he hadn't prepared the place for anyone to stay. So I felt like I was seeing this little window of a person's life, and it was kind of fun and sexy and all of these things. But then everything ends. Room Raiders was a good show. And that was a real life Room Raiders. But
Did you raid his room?
oh yeah. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. He lives in an open floor plan. You see everything. Everything's there to be seen. It was no dirty secrets. I'm in Glassell Park, which is a place you probably don't know. And I didn't either. But Glassell Park is an up-and-coming little nookie neighborhood of Los Angeles. I actually really love it out here. I don't know. Especially once I have a car, then I will really love it out here, because I will be more mobile. But right by Dodger Stadium, it's the east side, and that's where the cool people are. That's why Justin's not there. So everyone's on the east side, right by Highland Park and Silver Lake and Echo Park and all the cool little fucking hipstery places that people want to go. And I have a house. I haven't lived in a house since I was 18. So it's wild to live in a house, and I feel very lucky and blessed and all of these wonderful things. So I feel very inspired, and Zaddy's very happy. For all of you who are wondering about him, he's very happy. He loves it out here. He's been chilling, sleeping better, meowing less. He's thriving out here, truly. Getting a little fat. Okay, so we're gonna draw a little, it's like a blowing bubbles, planets kind of thing. It's gonna be really sick. It's gonna be really, really, really sick. Are we screen recording? Let me check. We are, and we are. So let's give it a go, shall we? Let's do it. Is my pen not working? Okay, no, it's okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna draw a girl blowing bubbles that turn into planets. We just put a song out though. I guess that would be one thing to talk about here.
Talk to us.
We just put a song out called I'm Glad That You Found Someone. And that's pretty cool because it's a song that we've had in the tank for a while, and it's doing pretty well. It got the coveted New Music Friday playlist, which is always cool. Thanks Spotify for that young hookup. And it felt good. It got a lot of good feedback on it from you guys. Well, I don't know about you guys. I really don't know who you are. But some people have said good things. I have received good feedback. It's been pretty cool. I have a billboard in Los Feliz, my first billboard, which is pretty fun. I went there with my friend Sam, and we had dinner, and then she was driving me home, and it's kind of on the way here, so we drove by it to get a look at it, and we got out of the car, and it was nighttime, and I was like right in the middle of Los Feliz, and I'm walking up to it, and I literally see a couple walks up, and they were just like, who would fucking get that on a billboard? It was like they're walking up to like, can you imagine how much money they just spent to get fuck you and your girlfriend too? And we were like, that's cool and everything. We were like, what the fuck is it for? Like, whose billboard is that? And then I was like, it's mine. And they were like, wait, really? And I was like, it's my billboard. And then they were like, oh no, it's really cool. And I was like, I know. But I did feel a little stupid because then they're like, who are you? And I was like, good question. The woman has turned out to look different than most women I draw, but I am trying this new thing where I try not to overthink things too much. And
How's that going?
it's one of my biggest flaws in my life, so it's a process. So anyway, what else have we been doing? What else have we been doing? We put that song out. It's been doing well. Great feedback. Has my friend Nash on it, Garrett. He's an angel baby person, and I love him very dearly. Very talented individual. And we shot a music video, which, I don't know, by the time this comes out, it might be out, right? Could be out?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
So the video's out. I haven't done a video in a long time. I definitely haven't done a video that's actually, like, professional. So that was all cool experiences. There's one thing I don't like about modern day music videos, not to bash modern day music videos, but I'm gonna bash them. I think a lot of times, especially with up and coming artists or whatever, like you end up doing kind of like, if you don't have much of an idea for the video, it just ends up being like a glorified performance video with you in like 3 or 4 outfits performing the song in like various places. And that can be kind of anticlimactic. But this one we actually had a concept kind of driven around the whole passive aggressive billboard thing. Like we have the one billboard that's up that says fuck you and your girlfriend too on it, and then this one was one that had, and there's a few reasons why the billboards, there were multiple, but this one we put pictures of my actual ex, who the song is about, on the billboard. It's interesting. I think when you write a song about somebody specific, it is your secret ego goal that they hear it, because that's the whole point. Like, this is like your kind of message to them. But then when you take that one step further and you make it really intentional and you use names and you like make it a really intentional blast, it does bring a certain amount of anxiety to the whole thing, because you're like, well, shit, like I wanted them to know, but I'm not sure I wanted them to know, you know, this much. Actually, I have an idea that I can maybe save this a little better. But so I was a little bit nervous. With the name of this game is like you have to try to do something a little different, and if you don't, then it can it's hard to break through. And so I knew that we had an original idea here, and even though like there is a bit of a risk, I was down to go for it because I want, the fame. I want all the success and the fame. Sorry, I'm kind of now in bubble land.
Let's go bubbles. Fame? Want the fame? Give me fame.
I was no, I just think it was more like doing what's best for the art, and my own fear to doing it was not serving what could be a really good and effective idea, and not just for me and like my own personal career gain, but also people that have made it clear to me that they have connected with this song, and I don't know if they would if I hadn't been so vulnerable, So I think it's important, like, you put yourself under the bus a little bit so that other people are like, oh shit, like I'm not the only one that's going through this, Jupiter's the one with like the stripes all over it, right? Yeah, it has kind of like these like. So that's it. Check it out. It's a drawing that I did.
Fuck you and your girlfriend too. She's a dumb bitch, how did she get you? I swear, it's not the bourbon in me. This is genuinely a fuck you from my trust issues. I don't got you, so I've got nothing to lose. Here's to transparency. Fuck you and your girlfriend too. Fuck you